Describe Barbara. Oh, me. Total energy.
This was a family affair.
Nobody on that ranch is afraid of hard work.
Very deep love for the place, a desire to pass this on to a younger generation.
The Barbara Kanya family is recovering a piece of Texas. The hill country used to be a mosaic of grasslands, low brush, and cedar breaks. But the suppression of natural wildfires and the introduction of too many grazing animals changed the landscape. In 1990, when Barbara Kanya took over management, the West Kerr Ranch was a typical example of hill country rangeland.
I mean, the property was pretty much dirt, rocks, with a lot of cedar in between.
In what we'd call poor range condition for livestock or for wildlife.
And I felt like since it was my property, that somehow I was having a hand in the abuse by doing nothing.
Her initial interest was to improve the rangeland for both livestock and wildlife. She had particular interest in management with regard to whitetail deer.
I became the seminar queen, and I kid you not. I attended the same seminar 2 or 3 times, in fact, at the Kerr, because I learned by repetition. So it was really me and my team of experts, okay, and then Michelle. We just kind of carried one another forward in the learning process.
And that learning process brought them face to face with some difficult choices.
We made some drastic recommendations to Barbara, and one of those was that probably in order for her to see range recovery, she needed to get rid of domestic livestock, probably rest the place for a year or 2.
Within 8 months, the initial pastures Barbara managed were free of livestock, and the rest of the ranch soon followed.
And we were, informing her that she needed to split the large pasture into 2 or 3 other pastures so she could get into a rotational grazing system for her livestock.
She wound up putting in around 8 miles of fence. Striking out across this country, it's not easy fencing, and that's a lot of fence to put in, and fence costs really not cheap either.
Then come the next hunting season, drastically reduce the number of deer that were on the place and try to make an attempt to control the exotics.
Guided hunts under the direction of daughter Kelsey are now one of the keystones of the management program here. But Barbara's favorite lesson was in the use of fire.
There's nothing like actually getting out and being one with the land. And that's what burning is, it's definitely 100% hands-on.
And with the use of fire, the grasslands began to return to the landscape.
Basically, she bought it all. She never looked back. She did not have a lot of financial means to do things rapidly, but she stuck with it from day one. And it looks as good as this country's capable of looking if Mother Nature will just rain on it every now and then.
Last year, they had several bucks harvested off the place that went in excess of 120 pounds, and one of them field dressed 154 pounds.
I see a lot less cedar and a lot more deer food on the ranch.
It's like, wow, Mom, that ranch has grass on it now, You can't see the rocks anymore.
Barbara's pride lies not only in what she has done for the land, but in what the land has done for her family.
I've really never measured my children by their accomplishments. I'm proud of Kelsey's respect for the ranch. I'm proud of her respect for the wildlife. And her respect shows through her actions.
People say, yeah, well, weren't you going to get out of the state of Texas? Aren't you going to do anything? I said, I am doing it. I said, if I could move my ranch, maybe I'd move then. But I can't move my ranch, so I'm not going anywhere.
It's integrity that I see in my children as a result of being raised on this ranch, I believe. I believe land itself can gift you with a measure of that kind of integrity. And that's what I'm proud of.
I'm very proud of my mom. I'm looking forward to bringing my kids out here in the future and hunting, and this land's going to get better and better.
some of the things that this ranch will become is probably beyond my imagination at this time, because I never imagined being in this place at this time.